What's up, everybody? How are you doing? And thanks for joining us on this Q&A. Provided I get this, one second, the live stream going here real quick, that we can get started with answering your questions. Hope all is well. We've got a lot going on right now. As far as the Raiders, the NFL just got a memo from the NFL regarding the mini camps, and looks like a lot of teams are opting out of the not a lot, but so far about 3 or 4 teams have opted out of participating in the mini camp and OTAs for that matter. Not and then it's important to keep in mind that no teams are saying, "Hey, you can't do it." And I'm talking about when I say teams, I mean the players. But a lot of these players are going to opt not to do this, and for various reasons. So, be interesting to see how it all plays out. I'm waiting on word from the Raiders in terms of whether they're going to opt out as a team or decide to opt in to participate in OTAs. They're in kind of an interesting situation because it's a young team, and I think they understand that they need as much work as possible. So we'll see. And if you guys have any questions, um, send them when you can. Let's see. Find need to go here. So yeah, it's an interesting time, and I know that again the Raiders are meeting today on whether or not which position to take, and it's tough because I think a lot of younger players want to participate. They want to get better. They want to be part of they want to develop, and it's easy for some of these older players to say, hey, we don't need it or we don't want to do it. Well, you've gone through that process. Maybe you don't need it, and JC Treader, the head of the Players Association, Center for the Cleveland Browns, president of the Players Association. He's come out and said that, hey, I don't think that we need to do this. And it's easy for him to say. He's completed that process. He's a veteran player and has established himself. There's a bunch of young players that haven't and need the work, especially some of these rookies and first and second year players. So the question: do you think the Raiders will have offensive tackle? I think so. Yes, but they'll qualify. I think also if there's a premier playmaking defensive player that falls to them at 17. I'm talking about a guy like Michael Parsons or J.C. Horn, the cornerback from South Carolina, or Patrick Surtain, the cornerback from Alabama. I think they would be interested in potentially pulling the trigger on a player like that, and especially Michael Parsons. I've been watching a lot of tape on Michael Parsons, and he's the kind of player that if the Raiders have access to a guy like Mike Parsons and don't do it, then a couple years down the road they may regret not doing it. As much as they need a right tackle, there's no question about it. They also need playmakers defensively, people that are going to make this happen, force be able to defend the pass, be able to get after the quarterback, be able to stop the run. He's a three-down playmaking game type linebacker, and the Raiders need as many of those type of players as possible. So I do believe they'll go tackle in the first round, but that could be predicated on who might be there in terms of the defensive players. Safeties, do I think the Raiders are looking at? That's a great question. There's a few of them, and I think that what really bodes well for the Raiders in this draft is that there's a number of tackles that are available that should be there at number 17. And even if they wanted to wait the second round, that's one of their biggest needs. Obviously, they don't have a definitive starting right tackle right now. But they also don't have a definitive starting safety either. And the good news for the Raiders is there's some good prospects that should be there by number two. I think of the Richie Grant from the University on Holland, the safety for Andre Cisco, safety Syracuse. Cisco might be there in the third round actually, but in that second round. Javon Holland, and kind of a forgotten man a little bit. He went into last season as the number one safety in college football. Fortunately, well, not unfortunately, I can't say that. He opted out of the 2020 season due to COVID-19 concerns. Everybody had decisions to make. And, everyone's reasoning was about Javon Holland decided that he was going to sit out for purposes. And kind of that out of sight, out of mind type phenomena that sometimes he went from being the number one safety prospect to now falling behind. But Trevon Moehrig from TCU has kind of vaulted over him, and even maybe Richie Grant from we talked about from Central Florida. But Javon Holland can play and doing a little investigative work. You know, he's a guy that really does profile as somebody that the Raiders could really use. Really good enough against the run. He's played slot quarterback in college. That bodes well because a lot of times nowadays safeties are closer to the line of scrimmage, defend off the line of scrimmage. So he's shown that he can do that. But as far as a deep safety, kind of fits the bill what Gus Bradley is